fish. There's one. Net.
Little fat belly on her.
I'll remember this the rest of my life.
It's a lifelong dream to have an opportunity to fish for the national championship.
A lot of guys work a lot of years to be here, and it's a great opportunity for anybody that makes it. I'm super stoked to be here. It's amazing to be here.
There you go. Now you're cooking.
Hey, sports fans back home.
Grand Lake of the Cherokees in Grove, Oklahoma has earned its reputation as one of the premier tournament lakes in the country. And on this gray, misty morning, 96 anglers from around the country have gathered for a second day of fishing. One man will win a prize package worth over $100,000 and a chance to live the dream of being a professional angler on the FLW Tour.
If I could win the Living the Dream prize package, it would definitely be life-changing. Awesome experience to be able to come through the grassroots and have an opportunity like this and live your dream for a year.
The opportunity to fish at a higher level and learn and fish with some of the guys that I've watched on TV for a while, and to feel like you have a chance to compete and have the financial backing to do so, that's just a blessing in and of itself.
We're all fishing for the Living the Dream package, fishing against all the big name pros with a free truck to drive, a free Ranger boat to drive, expense money. That's after you get to fish the Forest Wood Cup this year with a shot at $500,000.
The TBF National Championship is a truly unique format. There are 7 divisions representing the entire U.S. And for the first 2 days, these anglers, both the boater in the front of the boat and the non-boater in the back, are only competing against the anglers in their division. The winner of each division then moves on to the final round. The cumulative weight carries over with them, where the third and final day's weight is added, with the heaviest 3-day total determining the champion.
I had a ton of confidence coming into this deal just because of the sheer fact that I've been here a handful of times, and it just gives you that little bit more confidence that maybe one guy that is just getting here for the first time might not have. It's a long road to get here, that's for sure. We've fished a lot of different tournaments just to make it to this spot.
Today is the second day, and the 14 division champions, one boater and one non-boater, will advance. As you look at the standings for each division, it's clear that catching a limit in the high teens is crucial to keep pace with the rest of the field. And although many felt like this lake was going to be dominated by sight fishing for spawning bass, anglers like Curtis Richardson are finding success targeting post spawners. John Griffith from Mesa, Arizona, who leads the Southwest Division, was the only angler to catch over 18 pounds on day 1. And over in the Central Division is where we find pre-tournament favorite Sean Gordon, currently in the lead. While the Northern Division is the tightest, with Nick Smyers and Heath Wagner hot on the heels of Alex Orby.
I know a lot of guys are sight fishing, and this cloud cover is going to make it a little hard on them. I found plenty of fish sight fishing, but I didn't think I could catch but 10 or 12 pounds at most sight fishing.
Regardless of who wins the Living the Dream package, each division winner will gain entry into the 2015 BFL All-American Tournament. And the overall winner also gets invited to the 2015 Forest Wood Cup, the biggest tournament of the year. So, with all this on the line, the decisions on the water today and the ability to execute on key bites will greatly impact these anglers.
Oh, cow. The one main thing that I've noticed today so far is overnight they've probably dropped the lake 6 to 8 inches, it looks like. I'm fishing fairly shallow in general, so I'm trying, and that hasn't worked yet. So I'm trying to back off a little bit and fish slightly deeper, where maybe those fish have pulled out to, but I'm still gonna stick with the shallow stuff most of the day unless something appears.
I tried to switch it up a bit today. After yesterday, I found that the fish had pulled off the beds overnight and went back on later in the day when the sun came out. So now I'm kind of hunting around, looking at beds I found and practiced. Most of them are empty, but every once in a while you run into one, they just tend to be really shy today. I had one over there that just would not commit to the bed. And you get close and they swim off and don't come back. That's usually a bad sign. If one stays right on the bed, you can catch them pretty easy. So I'm looking for some of those.
Well, it just might be a little bit too much wind blowing in here. I'm still going to give it a shot. I caught a bunch of fish in here. Right now I'm throwing spinnerbait on this windy point. Thinking maybe there might be something a little activated by the wind this morning.
Oh, I can catch that one. A little short one. Yesterday I came in to this spot and I went around the corner. I didn't fish every spot in here that I wanted to fish, just because I caught a couple of them really quick. So I headed out of here, and I'm hoping to save a couple of these banks for today and tomorrow if I can get lucky enough to make it to tomorrow. But I think the fish that are on this bank are probably just sitting here on beds. You know, the sun's gonna start to come up and they'll have this whole day of warm sun, you know, after it gets up to here. So I think they're just sitting here on their beds, just doing their thing, you know. Hopefully you can come through here and catch the males and then turn right around and catch the females, but you just never know if they're paired up or not. There's one. I got him. Nice. That's throwing my rod in the lake. Well, that's the first one. Gotta have one before you can get 5. Definitely gonna need something a little bit bigger than that right there, though.
Oh. John Griffith wants to be one of the 7 boaters who makes it to the 3rd and final day of the 2015 TBF National Championship. His water is protected from the wind that is causing problems for the other anglers. Find out if he makes the cut when we return. FLW is brought to you by Minn Kota, anywhere, anytime. BRP Evinrude, experience the power of choice at ChooseYourEtech.com. Power Pole, swift, silent, secure. Igloo, get out, stay out. Rayovac, power for the always on you. And by Always Smooth, Keystone Light Beer, the only beer of FLW.
I'll show you the killer. There's the killer.
Dean Matz may be onto something. The Oklahoma angler landed over 16 pounds on day 1 of the 2015 TBF National Championship, which is being held in Oklahoma for the 3rd year in a row.
That's what it looks like in the water. You'd hit that, wouldn't you?
Grand Lake of the Cherokees is more commonly referred to as just Grand Lake. At almost 50,000 acres of water, the lake offers these anglers plenty of shoreline to cover. With the spawn happening, most anglers are hunting in the feeder creeks and small coves in search of big largemouth bass.
Been a good pattern. Every day I've had about 15 pounds, even in pre-fish. Yesterday I had 16.3, so it's paid off. It's just slow, methodical work. There's some fish up there on beds in about 5 or 6 foot of water. You can't see them, and that's what I'm trying to catch. And there's some deeper fish on beds out here. And these are fish that's overlooked right now. Of course, we haven't had great weather. It makes a lot of difference. It's hard to bed fish when there's no sun. You're just shooting in the dark, unless you got one shallow enough. Oh, here's a good one. This is a big one. Thank you, sir. Now we only need one more. Looks like it's falling fish.
Typically on a day like this, you would expect a good morning bite. Maybe someone else has it going on, but I don't. so I haven't, every morning out here has been relatively tough except for Monday of practice. That was the only morning when I caught a lot of fish. You know, a lot of people do get discouraged by that, but you know, it's so many times you end up having a difficult morning and then you just end up catching them. You know, 5 fish can come awfully quick and it can really happen at any time. I mean, that's just the nature of fishing. But I'm catching a few that are either pulling out or a couple that are coming in still that are out on these points to these pockets. The ones I've caught in the back of pockets generally have been post-spawn fish. The ones that are out on these points, they still are, most of them have been pre-spawn fish and they've been really fat. So if I could get 5 of those, that would be good. But we're gonna run on back into this corner here and see if we can do anything. I'm gonna be casting over some cables and walkways and stuff, so we'll see if I can get in any trouble doing that. Mid-Atlantic division is always a very tough division, so you've got to come out here and really swing for the fences if you want to have any hope of advancing. Some of the other divisions, sometimes, you know, you don't have to have as much weight, but the Mid-Atlantic you certainly do. Not going to do anyone any good.
I need to catch 4 big ones. I have a small one, now I need to catch 4 big ones. It'll be okay. So many bluegill in here that I think if I'm hoping we come through here with a chatterbait, bluegill colored chatterbait, like that one right there. The good old swimming Senko on the end of it. Well, I think that my plans for the rest of the day are going to be just to hit every bridge and every point that has, you know, some wind blowing on it, and a couple key areas up in the where the water gets real muddy. Yesterday by 1 o'clock I only had 3 fish, and we ended up, you know, catching 4 or 5 after that. So I'm not too worried about it yet. Oh, but that's ripped my craw off. So I think that's a pretty good sign to get out of here, because these are little bluegill, it seems like, around here.
The town of Grove, Oklahoma is where you want to stay if you're planning to come fish Grand Lake. Loaded with local crafts and friendly faces, Grove is quintessential small town America. The 96 Bass Federation anglers and their families have all enjoyed their time here this week during the National Championship.
£16 and 14 ounces, the new leader, Mark Lundgren from Florida. 14-5-year winner from the Central Division, Sean Gordon. He's going on to the All-American. Your new leader, Northern Division, 14-ounce Nicholas Myers from Wisconsin.
The end of day 2, and one by one, the division winners were announced. In the TBF National Championship, division winners move on to the 3rd and final day. In addition, each division winner receives an invitation to compete in the 2015 BFL All-American. The weights from the first 2 days carry over, and the overall champion is determined by the heaviest 3-day total. John Griffith from the Southwest Division had the overall lead after day 1, but it was about to be challenged on day 2.
Now then, Big Sam, you need 17 pounds and 13 ounces. 17-13. 18 pounds, 4 ounces, Sam Heckman.
Sam Heckman from Fountain, Colorado makes a huge jump thanks to these 2 kicker fish and takes the overall lead for the event. Sam has built up a rather large lead over most of the field. Sean Gordon is about 3 pounds back, but the Arkansas angler has a lot of experience on this lake, unlike Sam, who mostly fishes out west. With a 13-pound deficit, Curtis Richardson has a big hill to climb. But the young Canadian angler, who is also fishing this lake for the first time, is happy knowing he's made it to the All-American. The final day of the tournament is ahead, and these anglers are going to face bright skies and windy conditions as the weather clears out. Will it help key a sight fishing bite? We'll find out.
I'm pretty much fishing all riprap or rock banks. There's a few laydowns on them that I'll pitch a jig to, but other than that, pretty much everything's been coming on a shallow diving crankbait.
Most of these fish, some of them have already spawned, so we're going to go throw a square bill for a little while and then go try to sight fish. Hopefully some more moved up and I can find them and catch them quick enough today.
I'm in the dirty water. It was a lot dirtier probably 4 days ago when we were practicing, but with the conditions it's starting to not really clear up, but it's not as stained. So these fish are up shallow. We're catching them in 1 foot, 2 foot of water, just up on the banks feeding. So hopefully we'll find them.
The best laid plans still have to deal with the conditions, and for each of the 7 boaters and 7 non-boaters headed out onto Grand Lake today, the conditions are going to be tough. The clouds have moved away and the wind has shifted out of the north. Who will be able to adapt and land the 5 heaviest largemouth bass?
I'll probably hit a few of the key spots, slow down a little bit, try throwing a jig or a Texas rig on them. You gotta let every day tell you what to do. You gotta stay versatile.
I came in here the other day and I saw one about 3.5 and 4 pounds cruising in here, and I've been trying to catch her every day. Everything else has been 2.5 to 2 pounds coming out of here.
You know, post-front conditions, sunny, probably even going to be a little tougher than it was yesterday. But hopefully that sun will bring some of these fish back up to their beds.
The non-boaters in the TBF competition are the anglers who finished second place in the qualifying events held in each state. The 7 who made it to this third day also secure a backseat at the BFL All-American. And the winning non-boater will compete in the 2015 Forest Wood Cup as a co-angler with a chance at $50,000.
There's a little trough that runs up here. You've got a rock wall that comes out here, and there's a little deeper depression that runs up along here on both sides. A lot of wood. Water's a little muddy, so a little harder to get bit right now. A little harder for them to see it. Kind of half working it like a jerkbait and half working it like a crankbait. A lot of guys were working the same bank, and some of them were using the same style of crankbait, but most of them were just throwing it out there and just reeling it in. And it really seems like that extra little twitch, if you can't get it to bang off something and change directions, sometimes you can just pop it with your rod and that'll help. So, net.
Hold on. Don't you do that. Come to you.
Woo! Number 1, a few more to go.
Mark Lundgren is off to a quick start this morning, and his area may hold up under the windy conditions. Sam Heckman is also getting his first look at what the wind is doing to his water.
Now it's just totally different conditions. The wind was blowing out of the cove and now it's blowing directly in the cove, which I think would be, good pushing bait fish and stuff up there, but there's a few fish here.
One fish at a time. Here we go.
To get my high school kids focused on this, we take them out as much as we can. We don't have an opportunity to get them all on a boat, so I do a lot of bank tournaments.
5 bass limit!
The kids that really are focused in on it, they understand what these fish are doing, and then they start to realize that, hey, certain times of the year fish are doing this. We try to do in-classroom stuff a lot, and just keep them focused.
13 pounds, 8 ounces, your champions!
I'm proud of them. I'm proud of all of them. I'm proud of the kids that made it through today. These fish are just moving up and down. You can't, you don't know where they're going to be at the time. It's, chunk rock and gets into a little bit smaller gravel type. These fish just cruise up and down. They're just cruising up and down and eating. Wind's blowing in a little bit different direction, but there's a lot of fish here. There's a fish. Come on, baby, stay on. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, Wes.
Sam is getting the same quality of bite that propelled him into the overall lead. The morning bite could be on for everyone, though, and that's what keeps the nerves high in a championship event like this one. It's the 2015 TBF National Championship on Grand Lake in Oklahoma.
I don't know about the field, hadn't paid attention to the weights all week except for the Central Division because I had to get through that division just to have a shot. I only got one ahead of me. I need to catch a few fish today to try to catch up. Net. We're just fishing the inside of a shallow, rocky spawning bay. Fish coming out post-spawn more than likely. Kind of rocking in here this morning. Thank you. Number one. Feels good. I'm on the board. Means it didn't zero. I don't have to make the walk of shame today.
It's championship day out on Grand Lake, and one of these 7 anglers will win a prize package that will let them live the dream of fishing on the FLW Tour. Mark Lundgren is from Florida and doesn't have any experience on these muddy Oklahoma lakes, but he's adapted his style to match the environment.
Grand Lake is an awesome lake to fish. It's the first time I've ever been here. I knew there were some sight fish down south in the really clean water, and everybody knew about them. So I made a conscious decision not to go for any of the bedding fish. I'm focusing on shallow rocks, rocky banks. You know, I'm keeping the boat in about 4 to 5 feet of water for the most part, and I'm really focusing on the shallow bite.
Hang on. My brain's going about 1,000 miles an hour right now. I'm hoping we can get a few more out of here. Seems like there might be a few of them that are pulled up and eating right now, so. Another nice little fat belly on her. Kind of soft, that's why I'm thinking some of these fish are actually still pulling in to spawn.
Right here you can see there's a bed every 5 feet. There's 15 beds here within a pitch.
If we don't get anything real soon, there's a bed in this back cove. I'm gonna check it.
I really haven't been worrying about fishing them beds because I haven't had, I've had a little bit of luck. I got a worm that if I see one, they've been eaten. Steve, give me a net, buddy. There you go. That's little LB. That's one of the ones I was waiting for. I'm a weekend angler. I'm getting up in age, but I do like to fish. I like the competition, so I stay at it. I just like to go as far as I can.
On the corner of this dock, there was a lattice kind of fencing, and I could peek just over it and see that there was a bed. So I just kind of crept my way up there. I can see her finning off on the side over there. Can't tell if it's the male or the female. I got a glare spot right on the bed. There he is, fish. That's the male. Yeah, you can see this is the male. Tail's all fanned hard.
Mark ambushes another keeper and climbs the board. Sam Heckman is starting to feel things click as well. His main water has been getting blown hard from the wind. So he's moved into a creek to make a few casts.
You know, during practice we came in these cuts and we would find one here and there, and this is a little bit deeper water. As you see the transition there where you got the bigger rock and then it starts to slope coming down. Little guy. Got you though. good fish. Go over there. That's the one I need there, baby. Whoop. Oh, man. That's the biggest fish I've caught. Us guys, you know, we just like to fish, and you know, we're never going to be those elite guys, those pros that you know, have all the sponsorships and stuff like that. I realized that a long time ago, you know, but it's my passion. It's what I love to do. It's the only thing I feel like I'm good at. Pre-spawner coming in all stages, huh? Thank you, baby. Love that. That one's from my son, Sage.
It's all about decisions in this sport, and deciding when to move is one of the biggest. This move pays off for Sam Heckman. Can anyone catch our current leader when the wind and sun are making it so tough?
Not much square left on that lip anymore. It's kind of rounded. That's what these Oklahoma rocks will do to it. That's just an old one that used to be chartreuse. That is kind of a favorite.
Another small fish.
The bass on Grand Lake are acting finicky for most of the anglers fishing the 2015 TBF National Championship. You have to stay alert to any nibble.
That was crazy, man. Yeah, I almost shook that fish off.
Sam Heckman has built up a good lead with just 3 fish in his Ranger live well. No one has a limit yet, as the lake continues to stay in lockdown mode with blue skies and a high pressure system. Whoever can figure out how to get 5 bass in the boat will have a shot at the end of the day.
Yeah, buddy. There you go. That's a deal meal. That's nice. 2 3/4 pounder.
Well, this is the other spot I've been catching my fish out of in the tournament, and there's just a whole series of little canals right in here. You come in out of 20 foot of water into, you know, 5 to 4 foot of water, and you have so much confidence in just an area. You know, I just know these fish are going to move up. Just got to be here when they do. Fish. Thank you, sir. That's what I'm looking for right there. Told you they'd be here. Yeah, not quite, but I'm glad I got it. Thankful, thankful, thankful.
The man closest to Sam Heckman is Sean Gordon. He's been patiently throwing his crankbait and had a pretty uneventful morning, but his next catch is going to leave him smiling.
Got 3. I got 2 to go. And I got 1 right there, net.
Okay.
Stay on there, baby. Stay on there. Ah, she just come off. Net. Net. Here she comes. Nope. Just give up. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Can I fire my crankbait back out there again without putting it in the live well?
Gordon rushes to get his fish into the live well, feeling that these bass are actively feeding right now. Timing is everything in bass fishing, and this could be his best opportunity to catch up to the leader.
Gotta try casting back behind those cables and behind the docks. Fish might not be getting as much pressure back there. The way I'm fishing this crankbait is almost like speed, you know, pitching, and there's one small fish. It's just a quicker way to cover the same stuff. You just gotta land it on top of one's head, make it react. He's long, but he ain't that long. I don't know, it seems like there's little flurries. And you know, I thought the crankbait wouldn't work in the sun, but it seems to.
This is my second time to the national championship. You know, this is an awesome tournament. The guys at Ranger Boats and you know, the Federation, they put on an awesome deal for us. You know, take care of the boats, they take care of us. It's an amazing experience. You know, last time it was a great experience, but not so good fishing. This time, just amazing all the way around. So, net. Get out of that tree. Yeah. No going. My shoes up. Oh, thank you. Man, I hope that fish keeps. Guess we'll find out here in a second. Nope. That was way too much work for one that don't keep.
You got him.
While others are getting a lot of short fish on their crankbaits, Sean Gordon and his non-boater Gilbert Gagne are in the middle of a feeding frenzy, connecting with good quality Grand Lake bass. Gagne won the TBF National Championship back in 2012 as a boater and is hoping to add another title to his name.
Nice. Attaboy.
I can't believe I got another one up there because Sean was just stuck up there, pulled a piece of fishing line, ground the bottom with the trolling motor, left it for 30 seconds or more, threw back up there and caught this 3.5 pounder. These fish are hungry, feeding, because they just came off of the spawn.
I didn't catch just a few like gills catching out of the back of the boat.
Gordon doesn't have to wait long to connect with yet another bass.
Net.
This will be his 5th keeper as he and Gagne close out an amazing hour of fishing.
That's what I've been looking for, number 5, a nice fat one. Now I need a coal. Got one for sure I got to get rid of, but this number 5 all on a square bill.
The result of the flurry leaves Sean Gordon tied for the lead with Sam Heckman. Sam, however, is still 1 fish shy of his limit, and he feels he has plenty of time to find his 5th fish.
I like fishing for 1 bite versus fishing for 5.
The TBF National Championship is up for grabs here on Grand Lake. FLW is brought to you by Mercury Marine, #1 on the water. Motor Guide, trolling motors engineered for top anglers. Ranger Boats, still building legends, one at a time. Walmart, save money, live better. You can get more from your oil with Quaker State. And by Find, Navigate, Dominate with Lowrance. It's down to the wire as little time remains on this championship day. Welcome back to the 2015 TBF National Championship.
I started fishing. I did my first tournament when I was 12 years old, so I've been doing it quite a long time. Unfortunately, up in Ontario, the season's pretty short. It only starts the last weekend in June, and the tournaments are basically done middle of September. So I try to cram as many tournaments into that short space as I can.
got her. Oh, jeez. Get in the boat. Yes. Whew.
Oh. There we go. I worked on that little guy yesterday for 40 minutes at the end of the day. Oh, finally.
Curtis isn't the only one using a dock to assist in his bed fishing. Brian LeClaire is making the reach to try and secure his limit fish.
Oh, this is a good one. Come on over here. All right, watch out. Man, it's a heavy one. Come on, Gazion. Woo! Yeah.
Nice fit.
Damn.
There you go.
Woo!
Time is running out, and the pressure is on Sam Heckman to get his 5th keeper, as Sean Gordon has culled one of his smaller bass out and taken the lead with less than 30 minutes to go.
Well, I got here, I did it about 7 years ago. We were at Bull Shoals and I blew it there, and I always make a joke, I'm an old man now, and my body's breaking down, and I figured this is my last shot. It's gonna be something that, I'll remember this the rest of my life. I thought today they would really eat. I just know these fish are gonna move up, just gotta be here when they do. One bite, come on fish. Fish! This is a 6. Oh.
Sam has caught a catfish. The roller coaster of emotion leaves him speechless, knowing that his chances at winning are fading without that 5th keeper.
I've been competitive fishing derbies for nearly 25 years. Started out fishing the Monday and Wednesday night jackpots at home. Used to have Mom and Dad drop me off at the boat ramp. To win today would be probably my biggest accomplishment. It'd be pretty awesome to get to fish the Forest Wood Cup in my home state. Net, net, net. Thank you. Dude, that knocked the absolute living crap out of it.
Sean might need to start running through his list of people to thank, as the Arkansas angler has put together an impressive stringer when it mattered most.
We better go before we're late.
It's time for the boaters and non-boaters to leave Grand Lake and Grove, Oklahoma, and bring their best 5 bass to the big stage.
Finally got nice out, and the fish aren't doing what they were doing anymore.
I feel pretty good. I did some culling, caught 7, 8, 9 keepers today. Would have liked to cull with a bigger fish, but that's the way it goes.
Just kind of frustrated about my fish not holding up.
Before Sam or Sean can find out how they did, we crowned the non-boater champion, and this year was history in the making.
5 pounds, 2 ounces. Your champion is Gilbert Gagne. Wow!
First angler in TBF history to win both sides, the co-angler side and the boater side.
The first day I caught my fish bed fishing mostly. The second day, square bill, mainly on a square bill, and today exclusively on a square bill.
August 20th, the first day of the Forest Wood Cup, is his birthday. So happy birthday. There's your birthday present from TBF and FLW. And one more round of applause for our champion.
And now the boaters take the stage, and one by one, try to top Sam Heckman's weight from the first 2 days.
12 pounds, 9 ounces. You're 3 ounces short. One bass worth 2 pounds and 13 ounces. Okay, so it's going to keep you in 6th place. One keeper worth 2 pounds and 12 ounces. A tougher day got you in 6th place.
Nice one. Come on, baby. One of the ones I was waiting for. There you go.
My next angler up is Brian LeClaire. He's all the way from Denton, Maryland. He's a truck driver by trade. Fishes every chance he gets. Brian?
All you need to take the lead from Sam Heckman is just 6 pounds and 14 ounces. 5 today worth 13 pounds and 4 ounces. You caught 40 pounds and 9 ounces of Grand Lake bass. New leader.
My next angler up is Mark Lundgren.
Brian LeClaire has kind of raised the bar on you a little bit. So, so it's the Mid-Atlantic Division versus the Southern Division. Here we go, looking for 12 pounds and 15 ounces. He has in there 4 bass. See if the 5th one's gonna cost you. 4 worth, looking for 12, 15. 9 pounds and 3 ounces. Mark, that moves you to 2nd place. So not gonna win this thing, 1 fish short.
Net, 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 net. Which one would you think?
Please welcome to stage Sean Gordon. He's been in the hunt every day. It's gonna come right down to the wire.
2 guys left. 31 pounds and 8 ounces had you in 2nd place. To take over the lead from Brian LeClaire of the Mid-Atlantic Division, Sean Gordon of the Central, you need just 9 pounds and 1 ounce. Big limit today for Sean Gordon. Trying to make it to the Forest Wood Cup. 18 pounds and 10 ounces. You're the new leader. Wow. Hey, this is getting interesting, Robert. This is getting close. This is going to be fun.
It's about to get real interesting. Please welcome Sam Heckman.
15 pounds, 15 ounces on day 1. 18 pounds and 4 ounces yesterday. Had you sitting with 34 pounds and 3 ounces. One of you right now will punch your ticket to the Forest Wood Cup, where you'll be fishing for $500,000. Let's go. You need 16 pounds even. 16 even will get you the win. He has today 4 worth 11 pounds and 7 ounces. Your champion is Sean Gordon of Russellville, Arkansas. Wow!
Sean, we got a little piece of hardware for you here and some more.
Congratulations to you, Sean. What a trip you've had and what a thrill it is, and how we appreciate this group of people that makes this happen for us across the country. The FLW people that work so hard, the Bass Federation people that have done so much, and you are carrying on that tradition, and you're a good man for the job.
I ground the lip off a square bill crankbait all day long. Caught 7 or 8 keepers, and I didn't know how big a bag I had. I thought 15 pounds, but when I caught the last one that wouldn't cull, and it was a 2.5 or 3 pounder, I knew I had a pretty decent bag.
You ready for the Forest Wood Cup?
Anytime.
You got to go to the BFL All-American first.
Yes, sir, in June on Kentucky Lake.
Yeah, baby, you got it. And let's hear it for your TBF National Champion, Sean Gordon from Russellville, Arkansas, one more time.
A dominating day from Gordon that was really highlighted by that magical 1-hour flurry that propelled both he and Gagne to their respective victories. Congratulations to all of our TBF competitors, and a special thanks to all of the Bass Federation chapters across the country.